Find it now. Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason, as always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, who will be back on the mic tomorrow night at the Fierce Fighting Championships fight, Mr. Zack Partridge.
I love commentating.
Color commentator for the Fierce Fighting Championships tomorrow night.
I love commentating. It's so fun.
Well, you're gonna commentate for Mr. Brandon Honsvick tomorrow night. Brandon, what's up, man? Welcome back to the podcast.
How much? Thanks for having me on.
Heck yeah, brother. So you're actually on the drive back up from Southern Utah up to weigh-ins tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm in Nephi right now.
And I noticed you got a hoodie on, so it looks like you're cutting a little bit of weight on the way up.
Yeah, I got 1 pound left when I left home, so I'll probably come in under.
You could always shave that beard.
There you
That's
go.
Got to be at least 2.5.
He's like, no.
I actually took about 4 inches off the other day, so.
Dang.
Whoa.
You trying to go Duck Dynasty on us?
Yeah, I kind of like it, and everyone's like, hey, keep it going. And I went into my barber, and he's like, oh yeah, I won't touch it much. And next thing I know, I come out and it's 4 inches shorter. I was like, dang it. But he does a good job. So
does he know what you do?
Yeah, he does.
You should strangle him.
He's right across the street from my gym. So and he used to box and stuff. So he's really interested in what I do. So
that's good. That's good. So Brandon, so you finally get to fight. Like, I know that you were supposed to be on that big comeback card from COVID for Fierce at the Maverick Center. And I know the Maverick Center is a place that you wanted to fight. Assuming you're pretty excited to get on this card and fight in front of your home crowd from where you grew up.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's 2 blocks away from where I grew up as a kid. And
wow.
It's really cool just to be back. And I came out and watched the card, I think in February, to watch Austin and Julius. Yeah. And it was just amazing being in the stands. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. So
yeah, and you're fighting a very tough grappler in his own right. What's his name? Harbinson.
Drew Harbinson. Yeah.
What do you know about Drew?
Yeah. I watched him fight a few times now. We were on the same card in Mayhem and Mesquite a while back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I had a few fights on me, and he was debuting. So I remember watching him, and he's one heck of a grappler. He's one heck of a fighter. I can't wait. Like this last one, I'm trying to remember who he fought.
He fought Nate Owens.
Nate Owens, yeah.
Yeah.
3 months ago, yeah.
Yeah. I watched that fight. It was pretty intense. He came back, and it's going to be fun. I think this is going to test me a lot. So, and that's what I want out of my fighting careers, to just keep going up and up with challengers. So,
yeah. Where do you think that you have some advantages and stuff in the fight? Where would you like to see the fight play out?
I don't know. I think the only way I see this playing out is with my hand raised, and that's it. Or both of us are going to have to give everything we got. I know it seems like he can take a pretty good hit and keep going, and I know I can keep going no matter what. And so I think this is definitely going to have to be stopped by the ref one way or another. I don't see it going to decision. And so I've been telling everyone I think this is going to be bloodier than the last one I was in, and that's what I'm expecting out of this fight.
Hey, could you keep some off of me, please?
Yeah.
Make sure I don't get any. I don't need any. I had enough in my fight a couple weeks ago. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, good job on that fight.
Thanks.
Brandon, what's training camp been like? You just fought 4 months ago. You took your second pro fight, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Second pro fight for Mountain Force. So what's training camp been like for this fight after coming off a loss at your last Mountain Force fight? What's been different for this training camp coming into this fight?
So I actually just opened my own gym, Down to Warrior MMA.
Okay.
And so me and my coach, Ryan Phillips, he ended up leaving Empire. And so I haven't got a chance to coach Empire. I still have, we still have like a partnership with Empire and Asylum Fight Team. I just
okay.
went up to Asylum last week and worked with Steve a little bit. And so with that being said, I told him I want to change a lot. And so me and Ryan came up with a completely different game plan than what we usually do. The last couple fights, there was so much change between Empire that I just didn't have. It was no one's fault, but I just didn't have like a serious fight camp. I was actually trying to get into my gym, start my gym at the same time. So I was doing a lot of one-on-one. I think I only got like 3 days of actual training with another person. And this time it's been 6 days a week. We've been training nonstop. We have different body styles every single day coming in. I got guys from 120 pounds to 350 pounds working with me, grappling, stand-up, everything. I want to become a better fighter. I realized a lot of my faults that I had in that last fight. I think I could have won that fight if I would have just changed a few things up. And honestly, everything that I messed up on in that fight, I've been going over every single day, trying to fix that. So I'm just making myself better every single day is what the fight camp has been. So
I'm curious now that you had 6 amateur fights and now you've had a couple pro fights under your belt. What's the biggest difference between that transition of those amateur fights to now fighting in pro fights for you?
Elbows.
Oh,
elbows and the kicks
elbows, baby.
And just I was the main event on the last 2 cards I was in. That was pretty intense itself.
That's hard. That's hard. I just went through that. I was the main event. Dude, it's hard. It's something that's totally different that I think you have to experience to understand. Because I did it. I wasn't expecting it to be as hard as it was. Being the last person to walk from the locker room and stuff. It's weird.
Well, especially with COVID restrictions and everything, it's like even in St. George where the fights were, we don't have that many restrictions, but they still wouldn't let me leave my spot. I had to sit in a chair and I stayed there the whole entire time.
Really?
And it was like, yeah. And so I didn't get to warm up till the last 10, 15 minutes. And it was really hard to focus and just get into it. I mean, as soon as I started going, of course I started focusing, but, and then my fights didn't start till like 10:30 at night. And by that time I was already worn down. And so this will be nice being, I think I'm the 3rd fight on the fight card. So
I
it'll be kind of nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're the 3rd fight. You guys are the first pro fight.
Oh, okay.
So I think second fight, because I think we lost one of the amateur
we're going to lose. Yeah, we're going to lose. You guys will be the second one because I think maybe we're not supposed to say it yet. Pretty sure we're going to lose one of the fights.
Yeah, even better.
Cannot confirm nor deny, but I believe.
Yeah.
Man, I'm seriously. I just like little light bulb. I'm like, that's actually a good indication. Maybe I should just go pro so I can get back on the earlier part of the cards instead of the later.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. The last fights, I had a lot of friends fighting on them. I mean, all the guys from St. George, and so I had my girlfriend live streaming all the fights for me, and she put it on her Facebook page, and I sat there and watched them. That was the only way I could even watch the fights.
Man, how is that? So I don't know about so I was the main event for the last Steel Fist card. I had 5 teammates fight before me, and they actually had a little monitor in the back. And
oh, really?
I get too hyped up watching my teammates, and I was worried that I was going to adrenaline them. So like I'd like go watch, and then things would get intense, and I just like walk away and like have somebody like tell me like how it's going later. Like I couldn't do it. I get too amped up.
See, and I think it does the opposite for me. It hypes me up, and I love it. Like one of my buddies, he was the very first fight on the card, and then I was the very last fight on the card. So it was, and he ended up winning. He did awesome. It was great. And then all the other guys, from St. George. I think only 2 of us lost that night. So
It's pretty good.
Nice.
basically everybody dominated in Southern Utah. So
Heck
Nice.
yeah. Heck yeah. Are you coming up by yourself? Are you driving by yourself?
no, my girlfriend actually is driving.
Oh, nice.
I used to drive myself, and everyone told me how stupid that is, especially cutting like 30 pounds. That
Not
that
the
long of a
smartest.
drive. Yeah, so she won and she's driving me, so
Nothing
I
wrong with
had to be
that.
humbled
for
a
you and
little
good
bit,
for her.
but yeah.
Heck yeah.
Cool,
Heck
man.
yeah, man. So, Brandon, we got to ask, brother, how do you see this fight ending?
Um,
And don't say with your hand raised because that doesn't cut it.
Oh, you could say it. We're just going to have a follow-up question, so go right ahead.
I don't know. I'm hoping for a knockout or a TKO.
I like that.
Honestly, I heard that he said he's going to knock me out in the first round,
Oh,
and
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
Good luck on that. I don't know. Hopefully,
good luck
I
finding
can
your
get a
beard, your chin
submission.
in that beard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a lot of cushion there.
I've only had one knockout and I've only had one submission. So I'd like to get either another submission or a knockout. Show them more than just decision. So
I dig it.
All right. I dig it, man. I dig it too. What do you have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to before we let you get out of here?
yeah, so Coral Canyon Joint and Spine. Dr. Carr, him and his team are amazing. They're in Hurricane, Utah. They'll drop anything at any moment, get me on the table for adjustment, and like the tendon and everything. Like anytime I have an injury, all I got to do is show up. They don't even ask any questions. They just put me in. My girlfriend, Jackie Holocker, she's my massage therapist, and my business partner. We have my gym right next to a massage therapist.
Okay.
And then like a foot zoning, and they're gonna do I just forgot what they're called, the little needles that you put in your back.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
know what you're talking
so
about. Like an
I think we might have
acupuncture.
yeah, we might have one of those coming in soon. She's amazing. She's the best massage therapist I've ever seen, and I'm not just saying that because she's my girlfriend, but she truly is. She's
Definitely doesn't hurt.
between her and between her and Dr. Carr, they keep me 20 years younger. So TMS Trees, Michelle and Jason Knight, amazing people, great friends, always have my back. They've always been there for me, and they help me every single fight. So with anything I need, and so and yeah, I think that's all for the sponsors.
Right
Roger
on,
that, man. Well, we will see you tomorrow night. Fierce Fighting Championships. Let's get it.
Okay.
Super
Oh,
excited.
you got a shout out. You got a shout out. Knockout. Good luck, bro. Sean Kramer says knockout.
Nice.
All right, Brandon. We'll see you tomorrow night, brother. Have a safe travels up to Salt Lake tonight. And yeah, good luck tomorrow night, brother.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you letting me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Brandon.
Boom.